For many of our local high school football teams, this is it.
You can't touch these boys from Neptune's beat.
The regular season ends tonight.
Let's go! Yeah!
District champions are locked in.
You deserve it! You deserve it!
But some playoff spots are still up for grabs. The final push for the postseason kicks off tonight on the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Y'all play for that name on that chest. This community, it's a town versus town tonight. Y'all got me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all break it down. Let's get ready to roll.
Do it, hey.
Hey, welcome to the Pit. It was the place to be in Palatka tonight. Is the oldest rivalry in the area. Heck, second oldest in the state of Florida. Palatka and St. Augustine meeting 1 week shy, the 100th anniversary of the first ever meeting. That's what we call tradition, and a lot on the line for those Palatka Panthers especially. Welcome in to the Friday Night Blitz, where we love a good rivalry game. I'm Brent Mortino.
I'm Stuart Weber. Playoffs right around the corner. Bracket's going to be released on Sunday morning.
Yes.
A lot
no
to get
calculators
to.
for
No
you.
calculators. We're not doing that for you like we did a couple of years ago. It's too complicated. We'll explain why in a little bit. But before we get there, how about one more week of the regular season, and let's get it started in Putnam County.
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
All right, Memorial Stadium, and just a great atmosphere for an old-time football rivalry. Panthers facing off against those streaking Yellow Jackets. First quarter, Lachlan Hewlett, he's been awesome. Drops back, lets it loose. It's Trenton Jones on the other end. He's got reservations for 6 in the end zone. Touchdown, St. Augustine. Brian Braddock happy about the start. Jackets up 7-zip on offense, but Hewlett's pass tipped and is picked off by Tyshawn Castor. And he rumbles his way into St. Augustine territory. Big play for the Panthers, and you could feel the crowd there. Same drive now. Jamari McKinnon, QB keeper, and into the end zone. And that ties the ball game up at 7. We got a ball game down in Palatka. Second quarter, here comes St. Augustine. Hewlett hands it to Devontae Lyons. Oh, he's a talented young man. Stretches the lead to 14-7. Plenty of points and penalties in this one. More on that in a bit. So many penalties. Still in the second quarter, the Yellow Jackets start to separate from the Panthers again. Lions gets it in again. It's 21-10 in the first half. Jackets add 3 more touchdowns in the second half for a big 42-10 win. Here's Marcel Robinson.
All right, so that's the finale of not only our game of the week for the day, but for the season. And what a way to go out. I'm here with Victoria's head coach Brian Braddock of the St. Augustine High School Yellow Jackets. 42-10, not a bad way to bookmark the season.
Yeah, don't know if the score was indicative of the competitive nature of the game. It was touch and go most of the first half. And then fortunately had some kids step up and make some really big plays early in the second half to kind of push it out.
You said every week you're going to need that going forward. You just talked to the guys after the game. We're in the playoffs now. Every week is a 1-week season, one game. How do you carry what you did tonight into the postseason and hopefully make a run?
Yeah, we got a lot that we'll try to clean up and try to get, just continue to improve. And like I told them, it's about falling in love with doing the simple things in an excellent way, never getting bored with the mundane. A lot of people won't do the simple things and take pride in the simple things. And for us, that's been our recipe to get better. So we just got to keep doing that. And we're fortunate that if we do that, we've got some talented young men that their talent will then take over and put them in position to really do some special things.
Well, you can keep those talented men doing the simple things, 42 points, then we're going to see you guys making some runs in the playoffs. Congratulations again, Coach.
Hope so. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Let's toss it back to you guys.
He never has a voice after a game.
Never. That's a good sign of a good coach, right?
It's good job, Brian Braddock and St. Augustine. There you look at our, games of the week all year long.
We're done.
Now every game is a game of the week.
That's
because
exactly
the playoffs
right.
are here, right?
Love that.
Let's turn our attention, by the way, to the playoffs and start with a team looking to make it to the postseason for the first time ever. Tokoi Creek?
Yeah.
It's only in year 2 as a program, but still, that's history in St. Johns County.
Yeah, they're a bubble team, and we got a lot of bubble teams in the area, so they need a win and then probably some help when it comes to other games. So let's see how it went. No easy task against a team that might have had the toughest schedule in the area this year. That'd be the Nice Panthers. The home team, Tokoi Creek. Defense starting off nicely. How about Rhett Williams? He gets in the backfield and takes down Marcus Stokes, the Florida commit. But back come the Panthers. Did I mention that Stokes is a Florida commit? That's because he can take things into the end zone like that. Touchdown, Panthers. Oh, he did horns down.
He did.
Did you see that? How about that? Well, how about more defense? They probably weren't happy because how about this? They take the ball away. Parker Webster doesn't like the horns down. That's a fumble recovery. Tokoi Creek gets it back, but Stokes just too good. He goes through the air this time to Landon Patterson, and he is gone for 6. Nice gets the victory 47-17.
The show sponsor tonight, Coastal Current Electric, for helping them bring the
Well, go for the little fans and the high school fans and the older fans. They're all over the place on a beautiful Friday night in early November. This one at Fernandina Beach. Fernandina Beach, by the way, had a very nice season and trying to play a little bit spoiler tonight as well. Fans psyched for this one against Middleburg, and those fans quickly silenced. TJ Lane, how good is this guy?
Oh, he's good, man.
Oh, puts the Pirates defense in the rear view and puts the Broncos on the board first. He had like 350 yards last week. Just over 3 left in the first. Lane with the carry again, gets the block and gets daylight. 14-0 Broncos. He probably will finish the year as a leading rusher in the area. Have yourself a day, Mr. Lane. Oh, here we go again.
Another one.
Hey, sorry we didn't nominate you for Player of the Week last week. Maybe we should do it this week. Early candidate. Write that down, Weber, okay? 21-0 at the time.
Down.
Broncos bucked the Pirates of Fernandina. It was 28-14 the final.
Tonight, the silver bullet's going to fly again, okay? Because, you know, if you look at the old Western days, you know, with the old Long Ranger and Tonto, and he had the horse Bronco, did you ever realize that Tonto and the Long Ranger, they rode the horse? The horse didn't ride them. We're going to ride the Bronco tonight, okay? We're riding the Bronco tonight. Hey.
We love us some Marty Lee and love any chance to pull out the best pregame speech of all time from 2010.
It is awesome. The reason we do this because tonight may be the final time we see Marty Lee as a head coach in the area. Still undecided on whether he'll hang it up. Could do that. I think he's been around this thing for some 38 years.
Wow. How about that? Let's see how he did tonight against the Jackson Tigers.
And again, what we say, we're going to be victorious tonight. Right? Once I get done right here.
Coach prepping that team for the final home game of the regular season. Bucks hosting the Andrew Jackson Tigers, of course, who are district champs. It was all about the defense in the first quarter. First coach trying to strike first in this matchup. Quarterback gets sacked by Jeremiah Lovely. Now in the second, first coach in Tiger Terry, Rodney Tisdale Jr. Wide open to Andreas Cox. Andreas Cox waiting in the end zone. That's a Bucks touchdown. Andrew Jackson driving downfield, trying to get their own touchdown, but watch how smooth this is. That's an interception. And the defense would get the job done, up 30-8 at one time. Huge win for the Bucks. Maybe Marty Lee's finale. They'll fall just short of the postseason. Good turnaround year for First Coast. They win 30-16.
All right, another big bubble game in the backyard. It's Riverside and Ribault hoping to make the field in 2M as at-large teams. Trojans down 17-6 in the second half. They need points fast, but throwing across the body, never a good idea. Zaire Moody rising for the interception. A little bit later, new QB, same result. This goes off the fingers of 2 different players before Ethan Tukes corrals it and headed the other way. Block in the back takes that touchdown off the board, but the interception does, in fact, count. The penalty ends up costing Riverside the points because on the ensuing drive, it's a pick for Jalen Armstead and a nice return. Also a block in the back as you see the flag fly in there. How about a bit of offense for you? Yes, there was some offense while I was there. The Trojans, it's Timothy Cole in at quarterback. He's dropping back and he's going deep for Calvin Gilbert Jr. who gets the feed in. Nice big pickup there. Both teams scored right after I left.
Of course.
Literally right after I left, they both scored successively. Riverside gets the win 25-14. Indeed, couple of district champs going head-to-head. Baldwin at Ed White. Indians moving the ball well into the red zone, but can't make this mistake. Picked off by Joshua Patterson, and there he goes. 97-yard pick six. That's the way you like to start a ball game if you're the Ed White Commanders. Don't worry about that flag. That was
it didn't matter.
Sideline warning. We're good. Okay. Second quarter, once again, Commanders secondary comes up big. Tavalis Thomas on the tip drill. Nice run back for him as well.
Get out of my way, he said to his own guy.
We got interceptions all over the place. But Baldwin's defense creating a big play of their own. Cortez Martinez gets his helmet on the ball, jars it loose. Yanni Lloyd there to fall in it for the Indians, but that only delayed the inevitable. Ed White gets it back to Vaughn Patterson, doing what he's done all season long, put the ball in the end zone. Looks like they're getting a new long jump pit there. The whole thing was torn out. So good for the track team. They get a new long jump pit. Good for the football team. They get a 28-0 shutout, entering the postseason with a bit of momentum.
Yeah. Mandarin and Bartram Trail, both district champs as well. Let's get the 2022 roster instead of the 2019 edition. Riley Trujillo throws it up. Jacob Calder for Bartram Trail. He's got it right down the middle of the field. Later on, Lathan Biddle, how good has he been?
Really
Very good as he
really
answered to that. 27-14, Bears would lead it. Mandarin's got some playmakers too. Fun to watch. Tremel Jones to King Patterson, way up into the night. Nice job, good concentration. And then Jones
got
to
the roster on, but he fouled the ball
Jackson.
well, so that's good.
And they can really score it now. They'll be dangerous in the postseason, but Bartram undefeated, and they'll be the top seed. They win 42-20.
It's a big say hey to Trinity Christian quarterback Colin Hurley today, announcing his commitment to LSU. Also reclassifying to the class of 2024, so that means after this season, one more year playing for the Conquerors. Congrats to Hurley on the commitment. His Conquerors pick up a big win today over Monroe, by the way, as they wrap up their regular season undefeated as well.
We are the Bowen Indians, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz. Yeah.
Hey, we got to make sure we communicate that objectively during coverage, man. Hey.
St. Augustine gets the big win against the rival Palatka, that long-standing rivalry, and that means Brian Braddock gets the win as well.
The Coach of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
And a big shout out to Brian Braddock, our latest coach of the week, as he tries to hand it off to the players and get out of there, but they drag him in there eventually. Of course, big shout out to our friends with Jaguars Prep and Whataburger for supporting this program and supporting our local high school football program.
That is a dangerous football team in the playoffs, and they might even be better next year. Really young team. For those keeping track, it has been a sensational season for our Southeast Georgia football teams. 3 teams can claim a region title with a win tonight.
Yeah, and how about the return to prominence for Camden County? The Wildcats beat Valdosta earlier in the season. Another chance to make an impression this evening.
Hey, Mom!
Shout out to all the moms in Camden County. The Wildcats can take down Lowndes. Camden will be the 2 seed in Region 1-7A. All tied in the second. Mason Robinson to Dion Cole and turn it on the Jets. 81-yard touchdown. Wildcats of Camden County take a 14-7 lead. Later in the second quarter, just past midfield, Robinson throwing to Quan Floyd, and he takes it to the painted end zone. 21-7. They take the lead. Not a bad way to celebrate your birthday for Floyd. How about that? A little happy birthday to you, man. Floyd. Extra cake for number 21. Camden County gets the win, 48-21, and they will be the 2 seed out of their region in the playoffs. Man, so great start for them.
You said they beat Valdosta and Lowndes. Impressive. Brunswick 5-0 in the region, hosting Effingham County 5-0 in the region. Yeah. So a good one up to South Georgia. Region title on the line for the Brunswick Pirates. And first quarter we go. Jared Elkins fires a pass to Terry Mitchell, and Mitchell all the way to the end zone. How did he break free out of there? Pirates up 7-0. Late in the second, tied at 7. Jamarius Towns. Oh, look at him through that hole in a hurry. Brunswick up 14-7. Nobody's going to catch him. Good effort, though, to try to catch him. They just couldn't do it. The Rebels managed to keep this one close late. Brunswick holds on to win the 6A Region 2 championship. Brunswick's undefeated. 30-27 win.
By the way, Ware County, also undefeated. They get a win over Coffee and get the region title in that one as well. So like I said, tons of really good football from our Southeast Georgia teams, ready to make some noise in the postseason.
Big stuff. Back in Jacksonville, senior night at a lot of different places here in Week 11 with a lot on the line. This wasn't just another game.
Wait a second, who's that guy?
Look at that.
We know him.
Hello, Miss Reagan and Dan Hicken and
look how tall
our man Brooks.
Look how tall Brooks got.
You know, star of Kid Picks.
Yep.
Brooke, I mean, listen, congrats to all the seniors out there. But this is our senior. He's like our adopted Action Sports Shack senior. This is almost a senior citizen. This is a senior in high school.
Like that. Like that a lot.
All right, Stallions hosting Beachside, who can finish their inaugural season 7-3 with a win. And, hey, you know this kid's a good player. Jet Hood, 14-14 game in the second quarter. They went back and forth now in the second quarter. Beachside's turn. The Barracudas give it to Bryce Gee. And watch him go. They have a fun offense. They've done a terrific job this year. Remember, they're not playing with seniors.
Yep. First-year program, so no seniors.
Ironically,
even at the school.
Yeah. And right before the half, under a minute to play, Brooks Hicken, there he is, slings it over to Shane Marr.
Yes.
And watch 11's reaction. You know why? He's a senior, and that's his first career touchdown.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool. Providence gets the win tonight, 38-27. 28.
They might finish the regular season at 500. Tough one at home versus Buchholz. Let's pick it up. Bulldogs up 28-20. DJ Moore rolling out, pump fakes, tries to deliver the strike, but Creed Whittemore stepping in front for a pick. Not just a really good quarterback and a Mississippi State commit as quarterback, but also a DB. How about that? A couple plays later, it's QB to receiver to running back, little trick play. Jordan Richardson into the end zone. 28-all. We are tied, folks. Bulls then driving. Ty Neal in the backfield. All it takes is that one cut. Fakes out the entire defense and goes 50. Taking it to the house, 35-28. And how about that win?
A heck of a win.
Folks, for anybody who thought Bulls might be down, that is a huge statement win heading into the playoffs. They win 49-20. We might get a nice little rematch with Bishop Kenny in a couple of weeks. Bulls with the victory.
The Player of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Oh, man, our polls have been just awesome here in this voting month, actually, for the Player of the Week.
Sure.
In the end, it's Kyron Jackson from Mandarin gets a nod. We showed a touchdown to him earlier, and he's been terrific for a very talented offense for Mandarin.
Yeah, let's bring in Employee of the Month, Olivia Tasley. She's got more on the Mustangs playmaker.
We love a good offensive weapon, and no doubt grabbing half your team's points in a big district championship win will cement that title for you. Kyron Jackson crossed the plane 2 times in last week's game against the Sandalwood Saints to help seal the win 24-14. This is nothing new for Jackson, who has been gracing our screens on the Friday Night Blitz all season long with big plays. He now has 9 touchdowns in his senior season and will look to keep that number growing as he and the Mustangs head off to the playoffs. In the studio, I'm Olivia Tasley, Action Sports Jacks.
I will post the 4 final candidates on this Friday Night Blitz page of actionnewsjacks.com. So here's the deal. Send them in to us on social media so we don't leave anybody out. We'll post it in the morning. You have until Monday at midnight to vote for the Player of the Week. And I think we're going to have a lot of candidates tonight. A lot of good football action in the area.
Run back to the line quick. Hey, I'm calling everything from the line. Come here. Get set quick. Let's go.
Well, Thursday night football on the south side. We mentioned Bishop Kenny a second ago. Well, travel to University Christian on Thursday. Crusaders up 10-7, but big mistake on this kickoff. It's a short one to Orel Gray. Look, number 4 is the last person you want to have the ball. He showed exactly why. 84 yards to the house. That's how you respond. University Christian retaking the lead. 14-10.
He could be Player of the Week every week.
He really could. Next UC possession, big play time. Dwayne Stuckey lets it fly to Genoa Alford. Touchdown UC. They're up 21-10. They get a big win, 29-10. Let's hear from the head coach.
When we played Union County, I knew we might have something, and our guys have done a great job. They just we challenged them. I changed the culture a little bit. I went kind of back old school a little bit, hard-nosed, trying to be physical as possible, and just getting the guys, and they believe what we're teaching, and it showed.
We just had David Penland on. We had Marty Lee on. We had Sean McIntyre on. We had Kyle Doherty on. Missing some others.
Coach Johnson and White.
Coach Johnson and White. Yeah, so we just had that on ESPN 690. You can check it out on YouTube, Action Sports Jacks, the Blitz Scoreboard Show. Bradford and their impressive defense in Live Oak against Sewanee. In the third, Tornadoes QB Jeremiah McKenzie calls zone number, finds a hole, gets Bradford on the board. Tornadoes were down 10-7, and that would be the final. Sewanee hands Bradford its first loss of the season.
Another undefeated team, Interlochen, and they got a chance to stay unbeaten and win in the SSAC independent ranks. It's 8-0 at this point. Reginald Allard Jr., there he goes into the end zone, and he scores a touchdown. That's all they needed, 16-0 your final score. Interlochen gets the win and finishes the year undefeated.
Okay, so we have Astro merch class. We make shirts, we sell them at the games. Any sport, any design you want, we can do it. $20, District Champs 2022.
Yeah, entrepreneurship right there.
That's
Tell you
good.
what, go buy a shirt next time you're at the game. District Champs merch everywhere at Ed White. Love the excitement.
Why don't we just
from the
crown
Commander
ourselves
faithful.
District Champs, Action Sports Jacks,
They are.
Friday Night Blitz.
Everyone knows we're the best.
Oh.
We're all right.
We are the Mandarin Mustangs, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz. Yeah, you gotta do some more than that.
Yeah, my senior year, it was the state semis versus Cardinal Gibbons. I think we went like 7 overtime. It was a matchup, so we got it out. It was home game, our last time playing it at home, so it was good. It was a memory.
Didn't he play high school ball with Patrick Surtain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad. He's got to lock down Devontae Adams on Sunday. We've got countdown to kickoff 11:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock kick on CBS 47. Looking for a Jags win.
How about our play of the week? And how about can we get a 97-yard pick six from the Jags?
That would be nice.
That'd be good. Here's a 97-yard pick six, Joshua Patterson taking it to the house.
All right, let's do it again, 11:15 on CBS 47, Fox 30. If you missed any of it, let's leave you with the band of the week.
First Coast.
Here on this Friday night. Hey, regular season's in the books. Playoffs start next week. We'll know where everybody is going on Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it. On Fridays, the sound of high school football echoes through the night, and the Blitz is bringing those sounds to life.
This is our field. Let's go and get them.
More passion, more highlights, more coverage of the best games on Friday nights. Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, Friday at 10:30 on Fox 30. Sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.